Hello, chat. Welcome to the Sunday stream. It's a very spooky Sunday stream because we have corruptions. The result of the corruption jam is today. It's going to be fun. And they're Halloween themed, kind of. I hope everyone's doing well. Did you know that Mr. Miyamoto said games eventually stop running, which is why they need movies? Yeah. Except that's actually completely out of context. There's a more detailed interview from a year ago, and it was basically what he said was ultimately what people remember are the IPs. Games become obsolete when new versions come out, but that's incredibly sad. We started video production partly because of that sadness, seeing our creations become playable only on virtual console. But it's a lot easier to regurgitate a quote out of context from a year ago. Chat, it goes without saying, I know everyone is looking to get some jimmies rustled. Some people do it for money. And then they have an army of soldiers that follow that and just take the thing and run with it. But they're not getting paid. Don't be a soldier. Be a mercenary. I don't even know what that means. But be like Cloud Strife and don't know who you are and act like an edgelord for half the game. No, seriously though, it is really actually, I read that. I was like, what the fuck is Miyamoto talking about? Is this one of his, like, out-of-touch weird statements? And then it was just a slop article. And of course, people were just running with it. And I guess when you have to produce an incredibly high amount of articles, because that kind of industry is probably not doing so great, you have to just take the cheapest, easiest, clickbaitiest thing you can and run with it, even if it's incorrect. So that's just, to me, it's frustrating too, because again, I see that like kind of stuff happen and people just run with everything. And it's not just games, obviously, but it's confusing out there, chat. But Mr. Miyamoto has said a lot of dumb shit. And I don't think this was, unfortunately, wasn't one of them. However, speaking of dumb shit, in the new Pokemon game, which I haven't really had the desire to play since I played it, but there's apparently NPCs that say some really weird shit. I'm sick and tired of this life. I just want to smell Pokemon. Hey, for water-type moves, do you think Pokemon use their sweat or other bodily fluids? Go where you want. Die where you must. These are real. These are actually screenshots from the game. There was another one. I don't know exactly what the quote was, but it was something about tickling their husband's Pokemon balls to feel better. So I typed Pokemon husband balls, and I didn't get a good result. I didn't get the result. There's a kid talking about death in the game. The hell? My Pokemon jostle in their balls when they're ready to fight. If I'm upset, giving my partner's Pokeball a little squeeze helps. That's the quote. That's the quote. They said partner, as in their partner Pokemon. Oh! No wonder Pokemon husband balls didn't get any good results on... Chat, I gotta delete the VOD. I gotta delete the VOD. Here's another one. Another day without being reincarnated as a Pokemon. Just weird. Just weird stuff, man. Just wild and weird stuff. So, yeah, I just thought that was some stuff I wanted to talk about. Remember, Pokemon husband balls, real. Miyamoto shitty quote, not real. Before we begin the stream tonight, I do have some fun stuff. As you can see, a lot of confusion about the name Tingus Goose. Genuinely, we have corruptions. They're back. We've got Observation Duty 64, which may or may not include Mario. I don't know. And horror PSX games. Vinny, will you do a part 2 of Halloween Corruptions? I have a couple spooky ones. Here's the thing, chat member. You do have to submit those to the RTC Discord where they get looked at and vetted. This one was from a game jam, and I typically, the soonest I will do Corruptions is like a month apart, and I wait for really, really good ones. And unfortunately, there haven't been stuff that lives up to like the best. So that's why we haven't done them in a while. So I have to say no, probably not. But if you submit them maybe next time, or maybe just another stockpile. Another thing in regards to submitting stuff, chat, there is a submission thing we're going to test out. So we have a new submission thing. It's not for Christmas. It could be for, there's a drop-down menu, you know, any number of things. So this will make things a little bit easier, and we're gonna like kind of probably have both the submission vinesauce.email and this. If you're interested in submitting, this will basically, it'll take your Twitch, like you'll connect your Twitch account, and you'll just submit something. I mean, you could still submit. I'd prefer, if this system ends up working really well, we're just going to use this for like, especially for commercials, because people are just flooding the inbox with commercials, which is a really weird thing. But if it works out and it ends up speeding things up and making things more organized, then hopefully most submissions can be done through here. It's submit.vinesauce.com. How are you going to prevent repeat submissions? I mean, we don't already. You know what I mean? It's just kind of manually looking at stuff, which was, you know, still going to happen. But in this case, it's now a little bit easier to get stuff. There's some stuff in place that'll make it a little easier overall, I'd say. So yeah, if you want to submit stuff for Sunday stream, for an educational segment, especially for commercials, this is going to be the best way to do it. It will continue getting updated, but I think it's awesome. And yeah, we'll roll with this for now. So vinesauce.email still works. We're still going to use that, and that'll be for just general emails as well. But for Sunday stream submissions and game suggestions, we'll use that one. All right, chat, listen. I will delay no further. We have a goose to Tingus. Sorry, that was a duck. We're Tengusing, don't worry.